Hey everybody, it's Lisa with Quilting in the Valley. We are doing Quilting 201 and we are finishing up the piecing of our quilt. So here we go. You're going to make 2 rows like this one right here. Half square triangle, make sure the dark faces out, or I guess that's your medium. Your medium facing out, so here and here. Then you're going to put a focal print, then you're going to put your strip block, focal print, strip block, focal print, half square triangle. Make 2 of those, okay? And then make sure for both of them, these go out, the medium go out to the corners, and make sure your strips are going up and down on these. Then you're gonna make 2 of these rows. Focal print, 4 patch, focal print, 4 patch, focal print, 4 patch, focal print. Make 2 of those. And keep in mind, you wanna make sure that your 4 patch goes the same direction for each of them. Okay, so you got 2 of these rows, you got 2 of these rows. And now you're gonna make 2 of these rows. This time your strip set is gonna go east-west. So strip set, turn the other way, focal print, square and a square, focal print, square and a square, focal print, strip set, east-west. 2 of them. And when you're stitching, by the way, your square and a square, you want to make sure that you don't chop off your points. So if you got yourself a nice 1/4 inch seam line when you made this square and a square, your points should all be visible. So you have nice square and a square. Okay? So now you've got these 3, and that's these 3, and you're going to make 1 row for the center. Focal print, 4 patch, focal print, square and square, focal print, square and square, or excuse me, 4 patch, focal print. So in here, you've got 1 of your square and squares in the middle, focal prints on either side, 2 of your 4 patches, focal prints on the outside. So you can still shot this so that you can have a picture of it if you like, or you can just write down as you go. When you get these rows made, lay out your entire quilt, make each row, do your seam allowances this way for this row, this way for this row, this way for this row, this way for that row, so forth and so on, like we showed you in Quilting 101. And then you should get nice crisp intersections on your points. When you nest your seams, you should get nice crisp intersections on your points. I did not pin this, I just nested my seam intersections because one was going one way, one was going the other way. I will show you I had one that was off quite a bit, but the next one was on and the one after that was on, so I just left it. I could have torn that out and redone this seam and redone this whole thing, and it just, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know on a galloping horse at 50 miles an hour. Nobody's gonna know. So don't get too critical on yourself. If the majority of your points matched, you're good. I can live with that. I'm good. Okay, so here's your center. You got your center put together. Then you're gonna take your dark strips with the fabric strips. You're gonna measure, cut this to length, and you're gonna piece to the top and the bottom. Then you're gonna measure, take your strips, cut them, and piece on the sides. Okay? Once you get that on, you're gonna measure this way, take one of your focal print border strips, cut it to measure, and it'll go there and here. Measure again, take your remaining 2 focal print border pieces, cut them to size, and they'll go here and here. And then you have more of these for binding. The remainder are for binding, okay? So we're not gonna review that stuff because we did all of that in Quilting 101, so you guys don't need to watch me put on a border, but that is what you're gonna do. So your narrow green, top and bottom, then side and side, then your border strip focal print, top and bottom, measure again, side and side. Okay? Quilt and bind. See you for 301.